I have had the privilege of meeting Reverend Drommond Thom about 3.5 months ago. Got a phone call, didn't know the man, you can come down. I didn't know the man, and I met with him and his wife for lunch, and I knew it was a God thing. That God had a plan for us. That God had a plan for us, and that Drommond Thom is a part of it. Gabriel is a part of it, and everybody else that's a part of it is a part of it. And this is a family thing. And have you noticed that God is bringing us many men from South Africa? I don't know what that's about. If you get an idea, let me know. Well, stand to your feet. Amen. And let's just give a warm welcome to Reverend Drommond Thom.
Is everybody happy?
Yes.
Amen. How many this is your first time? How many this is your second time? How many this is your last time? You must forgive me, I'm on a time change. I'm still in Alaska. 4 hours behind. Very good. Before I tell about the books, we're not going to record until I get through with a few things. But I was in Alaska about 8 months ago. I just come from there. Driving down the highway with this preacher, and he's very nice. And I said to him, a lot of eagles, 30 eagles I counted in 30 seconds. But right up here, this trellis, about 200 feet high pole, with a big piece of trellis across. Eagles stand up there looking at the water because they were catching halibut that long. And I said to the preacher, stop the car while I decree a miracle. Eagle's looking over there, you know, I'm sitting over here in the car. I said, Eagle, turn around so I can get your picture. And the eagle turned around, 200 feet away, put his wings out, took his picture. I said, I don't go back. He went back. The preacher said, how do you do that? I said, well, if you live right, I mean, oh, God will bless you. Amen. So I'm glad to be here. And how many have heard of my sister, Robin? When you see her, tell her I said hello, and I used to change her diapers. 7 boys and 2 girls in our family. Wow. I'm the pretty one. And my brother David is coming. The first thing he'll say to you, I cook a better pot of curry than Drommond Thom. Don't believe it, folks. But you'll love David and his wife. A little bit thinner than me. Good boy. But this man, Vic Vital, he's a Baptist. He's a very nice, he's well versed in basketball. And he said he has raised for, Valmano was the man who died from North Carolina State years ago of cancer. They've raised $80 million for cancer research. They don't know that cancer is a demon. The best way to get rid of a demon, you can't buy him out. You have to cast him out. Amen. And when I was at William Branham, the greatest prophet of the century, before he went off, and my dad prophesied, and I'll tell you all about that as we go along. When I was with him, he gave me the tape. Cancer is a demon. And when he had 5,000 people in the meeting, over here, the lady with the gray suit, the man with the brown suit, the woman with the red dress, the man with the black suit, every one of you have a cancer. And I said, how did you know they all had cancer? He said, because this cancer cried out for help when he detected him from the next cancer. And the cancers cried out for help from another cancer. And so cancer is a demon. And you know, when they ask for help, they don't say, you deaf spirit, help me. You cancerous demon, help me. So we'll talk about it. Very good stuff. And I've just been to Mexico, preached to 2,000 there. I did a Bible school of 150 and gave away that Bible course in Spanish. I gave away 150. The Lord said, give them. These kids are the future of Mexico. Yes. In Mexico, in the last 2 months, 1,000 have been shot to death by the cartel. When I was there, they had a shootout south of me, 3 hours, where they shot 3 policemen and 2 servicemen, and it lasted 3.5 hours, the shootout. You could listen to it on your computer with AK-47s. Fella brought it in and he played it. And I'm planning to start a church in Louisville, man. I gave it my church, I sold everything. But I'm going to start a fellowship for people that need God, hungry people. So, it's good. I'm glad you say it. I would rather be here than at Walmart. Just let me just. I'm just going to read you 2 things before they turn the mic on. All right? Because then I want to preach to you a little bit. I won't preach too long, but it'll be good. It'll be very good. But I just want to say this. This is number 1. This is number 1. And this is in, I'll just read it, Philippians 2, verse 12, 13. Wherefore, my beloved brother, or brethren, as you have always obeyed, not only in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Now, it is God which worketh in you to will and to do of his good pleasure. All right? Now, I read that because it's very important to realize that this is your church, but you don't serve God at this church only Wednesday and Sunday.
Amen.
This is a lifestyle.
Yes.
All right? So the Bible said, Paul says, don't only serve God when I'm around. And then when I'm out of town, you know, you do your thing. Make God your lifestyle.
Amen.
It is a lifestyle.
Yes.
Now the second part, I want to read quickly and then we'll get into some word, is in Ephesians chapter 4. Ephesians chapter 4, he that descends is the same as that will ascend up above all heavens, that he might fulfill all things. The same man that came down here went up there. The reason he came down was to fulfill the purpose and the plan of God. The reason he went up is because he already did it.
Amen.
So Jesus has already died. And I don't mean to be rude. I'm not going to be rude, but I will say it. If you have a chain with a cross on it, and you have a Jesus on it, take him off. He's not on the cross anymore.
Amen.
He's alive.
Amen.
He's risen. He's at the right hand. Amen. And he gave some apostles. Now, apostle is a sent one who brings new, fresh revelation of the word. That's my little job. I don't put any names on it, but that's what I do. And he gave some prophets, and he gave some evangelists, and he gave some pastors. You have a pastor. And he gave some teachers, and we have teachers. For the what? The perfecting of the saints. How many saints do we have? Would you like to hear the next, like Paul Harvey said, would you like to hear the rest of the story? For the perfecting of the saints, for the work of the ministry.
Yes.